Buying and selling real estate is not going to ever stop, regardless of what the rates become, regardless of what the market is like. It's always going to happen because a lot of the times it happens out of necessity, not because someone is looking for a business decision or anything like that. With the rates being what they are right now, we need to start thinking outside of the box as to how to make it a little bit easier for buyers in this case. People are afraid. What can we do to make it easier easier of a pill to swallow, right? If we have a 7% interest rate right now and you are not comfortable with that, but you think that the rates will drop eventually, you can do what's called a 2-1 buy down. This is a temporary buy down of the interest rates for the first 2 years. It's called 2-1 because on the first year, your rate is reduced by 2%. So if you started at 7, you'll pay as if it was 5. And on the second year, it will reduce by 1%. So if you're paying 7 initially, you'll pay 6. And then thereafter, for the term of the loan, you'll pay that fixed interest rate of 7. Now, the reason I say discount is because it's not really a discount. Someone's paying for it. The way this works is you will figure out what it is that you're saving in interest rate payments for those first 2 years. And you will ask a seller to give you that as a concession. Let's say that the total savings between the 2 years is $5,000. That means that when you go put your offer in, you can request a concession from the seller of $5,000 for your buy down. And those $5,000 get put into a separate escrow account. And what it's doing, it's offsetting that difference in payment. If your principal and interest the first year is $2,000, but because instead of a 7%, you're paying 5%, and now it is $1,700, you will pay $1,700, and $300 from that separate account will come in and offset that cost of $300. So the bank will still get their $2,000. That's why it's not really a discount. It's kind of like a savings account that's helping you pay for the interest difference. Now, what happens after year number 2? You will have your fixed initial interest rate of 7%. But the idea here is that by then, you should be able to refinance into a better rate. But then again, even if that doesn't happen and that's not the case, at least for 2 years, you save that much money. I hope this helps. It's time to think outside the box. It's time to do things a little bit differently. You have to stay up to date with all these things if you're thinking about making any move within the next couple of years. Hope that helps. Goose out.